Hello, everyone, and welcome to Instant Biology by Dr. Neela. And as you would all be knowing, that we often invite students from diverse backgrounds on our podcasts to tell about their stories and inspire you with the accomplishments that they have made. Today, I have a student, and her name is Shraddha Dhamore, and she is an Erasmus Mundus Fellow. And I have invited her to this podcast so that she can tell you about what Erasmus Mundus Fellowship is all about. And there are a lot of confusions, a lot of queries of students related to this program, because this program has a lot of positions that students can apply to, but because of the confusions and queries they are not able to. So we would talk to her about this program. Apart from that, telling about Shraddha, she has numerous recognitions to her name. She is a Sharad Pawar Inspire Fellow. She is a Kalpana Fellow and Young Voices of Science Fellow also, and many more. So let me directly call upon Shraddha, and we can start talking to her and discuss the queries that you guys have already sent me. So Shraddha, please, if you could come on board.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Neela. That's a really nice introduction of myself. And if I want to introduce myself, like as you already introduced, that I'm a Erasmus Mundus scholar studying at Czech University of Life Sciences. And if I want to give a brief background of myself, I studied my undergraduation in agriculture biotechnology, which comes under the life sciences. And I was not really sure that should I want to pursue the further options there under the life sciences. And then I try to get some experience through various internships, because you know that in life sciences you can't even go anywhere if you don't have a little bit of research experience,
Yes.
and it also gives you a little bit of confidence. So yeah, after that I went to the internship. It's a deep internship in Taiwan. So that
Mhm.
was one of the changing thing in my career. And after that I applied to Erasmus Mundus program. Unfortunately, I am here, and this is this is my short introduction, you can say that.
Okay, so did you talking about the TEEP fellowship? I've already made multiple videos about TEEP.
Mhm.
So could you tell me what when did you get selected for TEEP? Just after your bachelor's?
No. I After my bachelor's, I was not sure. That's why I
Mhm.
enrolled to one of the master's program in my nearest university to my hometown. But that time I was actively looking for something
Mhm.
to do get some international exposure. That time I bumped into the TEEP fellowship, and I just randomly applied. There was no very strong plan or something. I just randomly applied, and fortunately my research from my bachelor's was really aligned to the professor there, and he just replied me back, and I just got that internship, and it was around 6 months. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So that is amazing. So we have Shraddha, who also happens to be a TEEP fellow. So, generally students do not get, after their bachelor's, because they do not have much of the research experiences. So that is why it becomes difficult for them to get enrolled into some kind of fellowship. But Shraddha, because of her academic excellence, has managed to get the TEEP fellowship also. And now we can talk about the Erasmus fellowship now. So what inspired you to apply for Erasmus Mundus fellowship?
Mm, for this, when it comes to Erasmus Mundus, it's one of my senior from my UG college. He
Mhm.
got this fellowship, and it was that time we didn't know that we could do this. Two countries exchange, because as you know, the Erasmus Mundus allows you to study in two different countries, or sometimes three or
Yes.
four also. So that
Yes.
was really unique for us. Okay, oh my
Mhm.
god, we can actually do because most of our seniors, they used to just
Mhm.
go to they used to stay only mostly in India. After the bachelor, they used to crack gate,
Mhm.
some jam IIT exams, and they used to
Yeah.
mostly stay in the
Mhm.
India only. That is
Mhm.
not actually bad, but then this senior, he introduced us to the this fellowship, and we had one guest lecture of that senior.
Mhm.
I remember he's currently doing his PhD.
Mhm.
So he introduced that Erasmus Mundus, and then I was like, oh, what does this Erasmus Mundus means? And I was like, okay, really, really into the this thing. And then I
Mhm.
tried searching a lot, because
Mhm.
it take a lot of search and your own research to get to that
Yes.
point. So yeah,
Yes.
after that I took help from so many people, fortunately, and then yeah, that intrigued me to okay apply for the Erasmus Mundus.
Okay. As you said that through Erasmus Mundus Fellowship, you can study in various countries. I mean, more than one country. That is for sure. Now, that actually makes it a little more complex. So, could you explain how Erasmus Mundus Master's Degree Program works? I mean, when is it announced, and how does it work? Can you give me an idea about
Okay. So like Erasmus Mundus Joint Master is like, as I already mentioned, is like a joint degree, master
that?
degree you can do in two different countries. And mostly the application period happens only one in a year.
Mhm.
And as I remember, according to my timeline, that the applications open around October or
Okay.
maybe September. It depends on program to program. And they
Mhm.
give you like ample amount of time. Like from October, the deadline is around like 15th of January, or
Mhm.
maybe sometimes of February or something at the end of Feb. So it has like a lot of time to like prepare your application and all that. And
Mhm.
then after you finish your application, you submit your application, then there is it depends on program. Like there are different types of evaluation. Like some programs have, they directly select you based on your application. Some
Mhm.
programs they have like a interview kind of system, like they evaluate according to your application, then they call
Mhm.
you for interview, and finally they give you the scholarship. Also, the
Okay.
new thing is happened this from this year. Some program after the interview, they also introduce one like a test, like a
Mhm.
online test kind of thing, to again further dilute those people, because they want
Mhm.
the best of best, obviously.
Okay.
So these are like three criteria, and after that you get the like acceptance email, or yeah, you are awarded this fellowship and scholarship here.
Okay, now just one quick question, as I could understand from what you said, is that Erasmus Mundus program is a program that has a combination of lot of courses. I mean, the course can be in molecular medicine, the course can be in neurobiology, things like that, and each of these courses would have separate deadlines. That is what you're saying, as far as I could understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Just one quick question. Each of these courses would be in different universities, as I can understand this, isn't it? So, if I'm interested in neurobiology and that particular course is happening in, let us say, Czech Republic, in a university in Czech Republic, so suppose it is happening in Czech Republic and it is also happening in some other country. So that is how you plan to study in two different countries, or how does it take place?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it is like there is a like Erasmus Mundus catalog. It's like a
Okay.
website. You go there, and there are
Mhm.
different programs available. Like there are various programs. Some are in the musical, some are in the dance, some are in neurobiology, some are
Mhm.
in like plant breeding. So there are like number of programs. So you
Mhm.
go and you select the program you want to apply according to your profile. Then what
Mhm.
happens, it's not like you choose the university mostly, because if you
Mhm.
want to go by university, then there are other scholarships like in France, in UK and other things. But
Mhm.
here what happens, it's like there will be some program, let's say from plant breeding, and then I go to the website of the program. So there will be particular schedule of the courses, like they have defined thing. Okay, the first year you will spend in Czech university, second
Oh,
year you will spend in because I will be spending in Croatia, so I will be in now University of Zagreb. So they have
okay.
specifically defined it. It's not like
Okay.
you can, there are some like things you can choose, like
Mhm.
they will give you options. Like for first year there will be like four universities. One will
Mhm.
be in Czech Republic, one will be in Denmark, one will be in France, one will be in Hungary. So
Mhm.
at the application you choose which according to your interest, your future goals, which is your calling or which university suits you the best. Then you
Okay.
choose, but it actually depends on how they overall your profile match with that. Then they give you the
Okay.
university. It's
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Now I understood that. I mean, you do not have always have the chance to choose the country. It's them who will. It's already designed in that way that you will have to do your first year in this, second year in this, things like that. Now, how does
Yeah.
the Erasmus Mundus program support students academically and professionally?
Okay. Academically. So as I have mentioned, like some every year new programs are coming. Every year
Mm,
it's like a funding period for each
mhm,
program. Like it's like
mhm,
5-year funding, 7-year funding. After that, the program stops because the funding stops. The program goes
mhm,
on, but the scholarship stops. So
mhm.
every year new programs comes. So it's like the academically they have specific courses they have mentioned in the curriculum. Like if I'm in Czech universities, my
Mhm.
background is in biotechnology and I want to work in agriculture also. So they have particular courses given to us specifically, and we can choose courses according to our interest and our future goal. So that is the academic part. Like we have a lot of other seminars and other things in the lab. It's like a combination of, because I come from life sciences, so it's like a combination of lab plus lectures. And
Okay.
sometimes we have other like workshops and other things because it's happening. It depends on your university. And
Mhm,
when it considered to professionally, we have a, it depends on program to program. Because when I say like when you are working in IT and when you are working in life sciences, your whole like how you grow professionally, that is totally different because we have to
yeah.
do work in the lab. So in
Mhm,
our program, according to professionally, they have like a compulsory internship you have to do. Like you
okay.
can do the industrial internship, academic internship. So that is actually really like interesting part, and that is actually beneficial when you want to like grow, because when you do the internship during your courses only or your
Mhm.
program only, that literally boost your like overall profile. So that
Yes.
academic and professional part, these two things are there.
So while we
Yeah.
were conversing, you also told that you started your internship, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, are you doing your internship in an industry?
No, actually, because we have an option to do that. But right
Mm.
now, I'm in my like second semester, and I have to do my courses, my labs, my classes. So I
Yeah.
can't go out like by
Okay.
like doing not doing all these things and just go for the
Mhm,
internships. So what
mhm,
I did is like just I because we are in like life science university,
mhm,
so we just approached the one of the professor who is dealing with the industrial project. So
mhm,
he took us like two students from my batch. He took under him. So the
mhm.
professor will guide us through the internship, and it's more related to the industrial project. But we will stay in the college only, or we
Campus.
will
Yeah.
study in the department. So that
Okay.
was
Yeah.
very beneficial for me. Yeah.
Yes. So I believe you would be going in the industry in your last semester, just like in India, people like to do that way. Is it? Is it that way?
Uh, no, for my program, it's not that way, but I can
Okay.
choose. It really depends on my professor, my next,
Okay.
what is my goal. Yeah.
Okay. I was really excited about after I learned that you can learn in so many other different countries, because there are so many other cultural aspects also that allow you to grow in
Yeah.
multiple verticals. So, what are some unique aspects of studying in multiple countries during this program? In which countries would you be studying?
Okay. As I mentioned, like some of the Erasmus program, they allow you
Mhm,
to, or they offer you to study only in two different countries. Like you spend 1 year in one
mhm,
different country and second in second country.
mhm.
But some of the
Yeah.
programs are like they allow you to, like you spend one semester in one country, second in second, third in third, and fourth in some other
Mhm,
university. So
mhm,
mine is like I will be completing my Czech first year in Czech University of Life Sciences.
mhm.
After the 1 year, I will have to complete the internship, which I'm completing right now only. So
Okay.
maybe I will try to find some other courses and or maybe just for holiday it has. And after that, I will start my second year at University of Croatia.
Mhm.
University of Zagreb. It's in Croatia. It's
Okay.
another country in Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Now, coming to the really important part. Now, people want to really know about this, the application process. Now, you already said that the application starts in the month of October or September, maybe, and they gave us ample of time, let us say till February. Now, can you walk us through the application process? How is it? How is it like going through the application? What all phases are there, and what is it? What is it all about? What are the required documents and things like that?
Okay. As far as I remember,
Mm,
this program application starts like on October or September, I guess, and then it's like you have to fill the online application.
mm,
The documents you specifically need, it's like they need your university transcripts,
mm,
because it's not like you need compulsory or diploma certificate, because lot of students, they just like in the last semester or just
mm,
finishing their bachelor's, so they need your transcript like to prove that you will be finishing. Then second, like there are some IELTS or TOEFL
mm,
courses, like some program they like compulsory want IELTS, like
mm,
because they want to check your IELTS or English speaking skills.
mm,
There are other documents which are like statement of purpose, which is very
mm,
important, or you can call it
mm,
motivation letter.
mm.
And other certificates which are like the documents which uh, is the CV. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, CV was the most important. And mostly I know about Erasmus program, they want CV in Europass format only,
Okay.
specifically
Mm, mhm.
because they all want to have like a same system to go through.
Yes.
And then comes the part like some program ask you to give you some resident certificate, like you are not staying in other European countries like more than 6 or 3 months, I guess, because they
Okay.
want students who have not been to Europe before, or they have
Mhm.
not exposure to all those things. So some of the programs they ask you to all those things, and then additionally any other certificates you want to like showcase, okay, I have did this internship, that courses and other things. But I guess these 4 and 5 documents are really important: CV, motivation letter, and maybe IELTS, I guess.
Okay. One more important thing. Many students ask that if I do not have a passport as of now, can I apply? And if I get selected,
Oh, yeah.
I'll go through the passport. Yeah.
I actually forgot about the passport. Yeah. They want you to at least have a passport, or at least they mostly prefer you to like at least you have submitted application to the
Okay.
passport office, or they want
Okay.
that proof, because
Okay.
um, what if you get selected and you just have like 6 months to prepare, and how you when you will apply, how long it will be the wait, and so they don't want to miss that seat for other people. So yeah, passport is obviously it's very important.
Yes. Fine. So as far as I know, Erasmus program is highly competitive. What do you think are the reasons, or what do you think are the prerequisites that make an application stand out?
Yeah, it's actually a really competitive program, or a really competitive scholarship to get, because I know a lot of people. I have been through that phase also, like applying to different scholarships and not getting the thing you want, or you go to the application, sorry, the interview stage, and then you get like rejection and all those things. So it's really depends on your overall profile,
Mm,
how you build your profile. It's not like some of the people are really nice, they without knowingly they keep building their profile during their bachelor's, like
mhm,
they will be good at academics, they will be also good at other things in the labs, they will be doing some internships, they will be going to some conferences and other things.
mm.
So those type of people, they get the scholarship easily because it's like your overall profile is built up already.
Yeah.
But for some people who didn't focus, because people come from very different backgrounds, so people don't
Mm,
focus usually during the bachelor's what they want to do. So for to have the like perfect profile, you actually want to get as I am from a life sciences, so I can only tell about that. So for life
mm,
sciences, it's really a must to have some like a experience, like some research experience, not like a very fancy internship, not very like an international lab or something, but you can like tell them, oh, I worked with this professor in my university and we did this kind of project, and you should be able
Mhm.
to explain that.
Okay.
um, and secondly, it's like they, I guess they focus more on how you, they also, it's not like they don't check your CGPA, or they don't
Mhm.
check your academically, it's like some people think it's like you really have to really have to have high CGPA, like very 9.5 or
Mhm.
something. It's not like that. But if you are like at 5.5 or 6 something, and then you are thinking like, okay, I will get the scholarship, then no. At least
Okay.
you have to be in between the range of good or not very good, but you have to be in that range. If your CGPA less, then you can focus on other parts like this conferences, summer school, internships, and doing it also from the good institutes like IISc, IIT. That also helps because that gives you some like recognition also. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is
So
more
let
about.
yeah. Do you think letter of recommendations are also important?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't went to that exactly what documents I needed. So yeah, in that list of document, letter of recommendation. In our program, I guess they needed 3 letter of recommendations, and
Mhm.
that is the most. That letter of recommendation that takes a lot of time, because all
Yes.
other these documents you can prepare very on your own, like you can
Mhm.
prepare according to your deadline. But then
Yes.
you have to be in good touch with your professors, and then you have to be keep in contacting with them about these things, so that are actually
Yes.
important. Yeah.
So, since you already mentioned that statement of purpose and the letter of recommendation, CV or letter of motivation are important, how did you go about writing these? I mean, if you can just tell our audience that how you can make a effective SOP or letter of motivation so that they can learn and they can apply that in their application.
Yeah. uh okay, for the motivation letter, actually I think that took me a lot of time
Mhm.
to analyze, because at start I didn't know what is exactly motivation letter, and that time there was no much information there out there.
Mhm.
And I was juggling by myself only. And
Mhm.
the motivation letter I took a lot of time, like around 3 to 2 months, because
Mhm.
you really have to show in those like 1 or 2 pages that you are the right fit, you are
Yes.
the capable. Out of all those, like around 2000 applications come every year internationally, so that is like a
Yes.
too competitive. So you have
Mhm.
to show that, okay, I have something to offer you as well and get for me as well. So
Yes.
what I did was that um, I first went to a lot of uh, other peoples who has got the scholarship,
Mhm.
their profile, or try to contact with them. But I wouldn't suggest this. Just get their like idea how they do, because
Mhm.
some people today also message me that to send my motivation letter or send my
Yes.
SOP. So
Yes.
that will not help you a lot, because
Mhm.
I get a lot of like LinkedIn I get like 5 6 messages daily. But
Mhm.
what is it's about, it's very you, it's your own story. You can't
Yes.
copy, or it's not like people will copy it, but people try to
Mhm.
get those same things in you there also.
Yes.
SOP.
Yes.
So the
Yes.
things that happen, um, I failed many times, that I didn't used to get the right thing I want in my motivational letter. I used to read it a lot of time, but it used to not like click me. So
Mhm.
the what I did, I told you about the senior who also got the
Mhm.
scholarship. So he was like Mary was my good friend. So used to send him
Mhm.
for the corrections or what something, he because he was doing a PhD, and maybe these
Mhm.
people can actually guide you. So
Yeah.
they used to give me some suggestions and some things. And one point I clicked, it was like you have to have your own story.
Mhm.
This, if you build your story nicely and if you put all the things, like I have all these things, I can offer this
Mhm.
to program, then it
Mhm.
feels like complete like a motivation letter. Yeah.
Yes.
That.
Yes. A very nice point you made. A lot of students come to us also that can you write our SOP for? Can you write SOP for us, or can you write letter of motivation for us? Nobody can write it for you because it's your story, as Shraddha correctly said, and nobody knows you better than yourself. So it's you who has to write. It's always people can always help you in reviewing that, in correcting that, so that you can get a much better idea about that. So yeah, thank you so much, Shraddha, for talking about that.
Yeah.
So did you face any challenges while applying, and how did you overcome that?
Yeah. Obviously, it's a long journey. Like you have to
Hmm.
start from like 6 months early, or maybe some. I started like one year early because I really wanted to get this scholarship. This was like one of the my you can say one of my goal or one of the dreams.
Yes.
And challenges I faced a lot is like sometimes I because I gave the interview. It was not like just I submitted application and I got through just without giving interview. On interview, you have to really show them, because there are the professors who are actually working on the projects you want to work, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like 6 7 people take, sometimes 3 or 4 only take your interview at that time. And
Mm-hmm.
that time you have to really show them that okay, it's like application you can do, but on the like one-on-one thing you can't like fake things, or I don't think you should
Yes.
fake things, but it's like you have to put yourself best at those 15 20 minutes. And for me
Okay.
that was most struggling part, because I just came out of my university and I didn't had a like experience of giving job or interviews or other things. So
Mm-hmm.
I really took courses for courses like the courses from Coursera or other edx, like how to prepare better yourself for the interview.
Yeah.
That was the difficult part. And the same, at that time I was in Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to like really check the time here, and when I have to submit the application
Yes.
and all those things. And I was also working that time in the lab. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't used to get the time to actually sit and do my application. So that was really hard to like manage all those things. Yeah.
Okay, so you have given your interview as well. Can you just tell us how was the interview and what kind of questions do people can people expect in the interviews?
Okay. In the interview, it's like mostly, firstly, you have to give your introduction and all, where are you from, and all those
Mhm.
things. They mostly focus on the very basic part of your like journey.
Mhm.
They have your CV, they have your
Mhm.
motivation letter in their hand. So they are going through one by one through that, and they ask the questions from those things you have put there in the application before.
Okay.
Because if you put something you haven't done, and then
Mhm.
they will ask you the question, then you have to be very like okay, so don't put the things which you haven't done or you are not like a very idea. So
Correct.
you have to be able to explain all the things they are asking. So they will just ask, okay, Shraddha, I can see that you have done this deep internship. Okay,
Mm.
so then can you just briefly take me through what kind of projects are you doing and what is the application, or
Mm.
how this aligns to our program, or how
Yeah.
your background will match to my program, and how much you can offer to this program if you study. Sometimes
Okay.
they ask, what is your future goal?
Mhm.
And how it aligns to this program's like future and other things. There
Yes.
is a lot of questions they can ask.
Okay, okay, correct. So if you are doing just one important point for all students over here is if you are doing an internship, be specifically prepared with the internship because they will definitely ask what you are doing, what project are you working on, and what are the challenges that you're facing in the project, and what are the trouble, what are you doing to troubleshoot that. So that is what generally professors look for because you are doing a research. So research is all about troubleshooting. So think about that and work according to that. Now, uh, a lot of people ask me that if suppose I am doing a BSc of 3 years or a BSc of 4 years, or let us say a BTech, am I eligible for Erasmus program? Can you just tell about the prerequisite or eligibility criteria?
Okay. When I did my like bachelor's that time, it was like a BSc of agriculture biotechnology, and I
Mhm.
don't know about the other states of India. I was in Maharashtra, so after we were the last batch of the BSc program. After
Okay.
our batch, it was like a BTech program. So they
Okay.
changed the name and they changed few courses, so it was like a BTech program. But it really depends on program you are looking for, because I see some of the programs. I have some classmates, they have just done BTech
Mhm.
for 3 years, I guess, or yeah.
Four
Some
years.
of the
BTech program is of 4 years. Yeah.
BTech is 4 years. Some of the students are from like DU or something. They have just
Mhm.
done BSc 3 years in
Mhm.
some plant sciences or something. I don't know the exact name of the courses,
Mhm.
but they
Mhm.
have just done 3-year courses and some are like 4-year. So
Okay.
the website of the program, they clearly mention like they want BSc, BTech, or sometimes they want other any BDS or some other courses. So they
Yeah.
clearly mention 3-year or 4-year. But it's always better to email them that this
Okay.
is me, this is my
Mm.
profile, so can I apply with this profile? So they actually email you back very, very fast.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So now coming to the financial aspects of this program. So what does the Erasmus Mundus Fellowship cover in terms of financial support? I am talking in terms of tuition fees waivers or traveling waivers or living expenses. What is the fellowship all about? How much do they offer you, or is that different for all the programs? How is it all about?
Yeah. Again, it comes to the same point. It really differs from program to program, and because there was before there was a Erasmus funding only. Now we have the Erasmus Plus funding. It's like they
Mhm.
have different categories for program. So what I can say is that like it depends. Like first, if you get the scholarship, your tuition fee gets covered. Your
Okay.
tuition fee, you don't have to pay any tuition fee.
Okay.
Then some program they give you like monthly scholarship,
Mm.
which can be sufficient to like have your
Mm.
student life settled.
Mhm.
And some program they have like a different criteria because the previous programs they give you some allowance for the it called the installment amount. So they give you
Mhm.
some amount to settle down because at first
Mhm.
you don't have that much money to
Mhm.
give you this much other things you have to settle in the
Mhm.
new country. So it really depends, but I can say that it covers your tuition fees very well. You don't have to give any tuition fee, and secondly it's like you have to they give you the scholarship which for a student it's enough. I don't say it's like and it also depends on which country you are in. Like in
Yes.
you know that in Europe that some countries are really expensive, some countries
Yes.
are you can actually have a good life. So if you go to like Nordic countries, it's like I have friend there, she it's like okay for her, she can barely manage.
Mhm.
For some students it's like they try to find like extra income or something or some job, or people try to do other thing. But I can say that's this is pretty well. Your tuitions are covered, your scholarship is covered. I don't think that there is anything better thing than this, because I really wanted this kind of peace of mind in my back, because really wanted to focus on my life sciences things I want to do.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling about that. Many students want to know that what exactly do they get. So she clearly says that your tuition fee would be waived off, plus you would be getting extra allowances to manage your living. So that is just what you want actually. Apart from that, if you have many other things in your mind, so you can work. Many students work also in different areas. So you can try and do that as well after your
Yeah,
classes.
but yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to cut you off, but I just want to like say this one thing. Like, if you get accepted to the Erasmus program,
Mhm.
like please expect it to be like it's quite demanding programs because they
Hmm.
select you from all like 1,000 2,000 people.
Yes.
So it's not
Yes.
like you are just here to chill. They
Hmm.
expect things from you, they expect
Hmm.
presentation, they expect like brilliant things from you. Because so I wouldn't suggest people to okay just I will go there and get scholarship and find some work. That is better if you have time, but
Hmm.
don't compromise your main thing, because you are here for some goal. You are not here
Yes.
just to have this and go back. So
Yes.
yeah.
Thanks. Thanks for highlighting that. So, uh, I mean, are there any additional funding opportunities or stipends within the program? If you said that suppose someone is living in Switzerland or some other country, so that would be very extremely costly. So, can we apply to university fellowships also if I'm not getting covered enough?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. Some programs, I guess a lot of programs these days, they offer like full funding and partial funding kind of thing.
Mm.
Also, they
Mm.
have self-funded thing. Like three kind of scholarship you can get. It's like a fully funded, like I'm doing. It's like everything is get covered. What comes
Mm.
in partial funded, it's like you just your tuition fee gets waived only. You don't
Okay.
get scholarship monthly.
Mm.
So you have to do your own like expenses and all those things. People do that also. I have a lot of classmates,
Okay.
they are doing like that. Then comes the self-funded part. You have to cover
Mhm.
everything, your
Okay.
own thing. People also do that because everybody comes from different background.
Okay.
So this these are, and talking about the other fundings, if you are like, I noticed that if you are like partial funded student yet you are not getting any scholarship, then I guess you can apply to extra funding because you are not getting any monthly
Mhm.
allowance. So
Mhm.
that but then you have to fit in those criterias, you have to score high, and they have different criterias.
Mhm.
And when you talked about Switzerland, that mostly I have seen that they don't offer any scholarship, any program. I don't think they have anything in Switzerland specifically. They don't offer, but I guess you can do the internships or something. But when I was trying to look at the countries I want to go, but there was, I don't think they have any program in Switzerland. Maybe they have introduced right now, but because
Mhm.
it's one of the costliest country. I don't think
Yes.
you can survive with the this much of they give you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now coming to the career and future prospects. So how does the Erasmus Fellowship enhance career prospects according to you?
Yeah. Um in my program specifically, we have a lot of because a few of my classmates are in Hungary, few of
Mhm.
we are here. So we have a lot of like joined online courses. So all the
Mhm.
people come together, they introduce themselves, they give some, if there is an opportunity for internship going on, say they
Mhm.
say about that. Also, our seniors come every week on that online platform and they share their things they have done or how they have managed to get whatever they are right now, because they are doing PhD, some of them are doing jobs. That helps a lot. And secondly, the I have seen that if you are doing like two different countries or three different countries, if you are getting this much experience, this actually builds you for the future also, because you are getting a very diverse thing. Because every
Yeah.
university, every country, it has its own like unique thing in your area.
Mhm.
So I don't think yeah, you have to do some extra things obviously to stand out, but this whole I really wanted this whole experience of getting to new place, because I was in Taiwan, so I actually loved this exploration of new, because I was doing internship in some other areas. It was like
Mhm.
interdisciplinary work I was doing, and I really loved that. So I that was like the highlight for me. So then this Erasmus also is same like that. It gives you like opportunities everywhere, and then you can decide, okay, what I want to do. And
Okay.
your programs are also very specific, or some programs are
Okay.
basic, but some programs are really specific. They want you to focus on that part only, and then prepare you for that thing, specific thing for only. So I don't
Okay.
think that is better, anything better than this to have a
Yeah.
good career.
Do you also think that this fellowship is beneficial for employment purposes?
I can't say that like really right now, because I just finished my first semester.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's not like you just get the scholarship and now everything is settled. No,
Yeah.
I
Right.
used to think I used to think like that. Okay, I will get the scholarship and then okay, I will have some clarity, or I will have some things. But every phase you go up, there will be new challenges. Then
Yeah.
you
Correct.
discover new things. But it's not like everything is get settled, but you get a lot of clarity because you
Mm.
have access to such brilliant people.
Mm.
You have access to such nice international conferences. You are in the place that you wanted to be. So I don't think it gives you clarity. But yeah, a lot of my seniors, a lot of my people are actually working and doing something nice. But
Okay.
I can't say that right now. After I get graduate, then I have a little bit clarity of that.
Sure, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Now, coming to the advice to the aspirants, because many students would be watching this podcast and would be learning from this podcast also. So, what tips would you give to the students aspiring to apply for this fellowship?
Okay. Uh, I would suggest anybody who is like sitting there and thinking about should I apply or should I how should I prepare application. I would suggest you to like um, lot these days lot of like information available on the internet. Also, you can go and talk with people on LinkedIn. Also, you can can find videos like this. People are explaining their journey. I would suggest you to like start preparing early, because it takes a lot of time, and sometimes you just
Right.
lose a track of it, and you sometimes you lose the
Yes.
motivation to apply. And
Yes.
secondly, I would suggest anyway just apply. Sometimes people just look for like very perfect application, very perfect things, and until the last day they don't apply and they just regret it. I just
Yes.
say, like, okay, you have prepared everything, now don't think and just apply.
Okay.
Things can happen, like maybe your luck, or maybe you built really nice profile. And if you put your hard work, I'm like a firm believer of that. Like, if you put hard work, it won't go to west. And third thing, I would suggest you to just like try to like follow me, because I put a lot of content on the Instagram related to the Erasmus scholarship. I made videos about this also, I guess. And also I'm planning to put a lot of videos specifically in these topics. I
Yeah.
have created this lab with life
Mhm.
Instagram. If you like, just go and search about it. So I get a lot of queries every day. So
Okay.
yeah, I can also help you
Great.
that.
That would be great. There are a few people only who believe in giving back to the society, and you being one of them. It would be great that you could help people with this. So, what mistakes should applicants avoid during the application process? People get complacent about things. So, what are the mistakes that they should avoid?
Okay. Mistakes is specifically, as I mentioned, not giving the ample amount of time, because, like, as I said, the recommendation letters and all
Mhm.
those things. Sometimes IELTS also, like, I gave IELTS like really like 2 months before the application, and I used to have a lot of like busy schedules, and I couldn't like give proper time for that. But give like right time to like to each application, because sometimes professors are already so busy in their own thing, and you go to them and give me the recommendation, and they sometimes forgot, then your whole
Yes.
application gets like cancelled just because of
Mhm.
that. Secondly, like prepare for interview. If your program has an interview, like prepare for that. And try to be in touch with like if you have like a friend who is also applying, it also gives you
Mhm.
motivation. Or try
Yes.
to like get in touch with the people who are already studying those programs, they
Yes.
sometimes also
Yes.
help.
Mhm.
And yeah, these are the one or two things you should actually focus and submit that application at the end before the
Yes.
deadline.
Is there any application fees also that is connected with this program?
No, I don't think Erasmus programs take any application fees. No, no application fee, but maybe some one or two programs will be there. But as far as I know, they don't take any application fees completely.
Okay. Okay. And IELTS and TOEFL is not mandatory for all the programs, right? I just want to get that confirmed.
Yeah. Okay, that is, there is a lot of confusion regarding this actually. It really depends on how new or how competitive or how like focused your program is. Like as I told you like many times, every program is so different and so unique. You have to really go through the website. Some programs really demand IELTS or TOEFL, or they sometimes they also want IELTS or GRE. Like they
Mm.
want specific scores in those two exams. And some programs, because they are just initially started or they just started 1 or 2 years ago, they give you like some, okay, you don't have to submit IELTS. But
Mhm.
then I would like extremely suggest someone to give those exams,
Okay.
because it always add to your it always keeps you ahead to all those applications. Like imagine like there will be 2,000, 3,000 people. Why
Mhm.
they would select you? Because you don't have, somebody has IELTS and some you don't have IELTS, then why they will
Yes.
select you? I firmly suggest to give those exams. I know they have like a lot of time, you have to put a lot of fees and all those things, but it's just like one time, then you are good to go like for 2 years.
Yes. Okay. Now coming to the final question. So are there any myths or misconceptions about the Erasmus program that you would like to address?
uh okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First myth I can tell that, okay, when we are there and when we are applying, and then we feel okay, it will be very great to study to this different universities, different countries, and that time we don't know how the systems works there. Like It's not like it's very dreamy or it's like very nice things are only there waiting for you. You have to be
Correct.
mentally prepared that okay, this phase has been over from my life, now I'm in the new phase, but there are a lot of challenges because when you move to the new country, it's like you have a language barrier, you have new education system, like every country has their own system, you have to adapt to the new international people. Then
Mm.
it has a like comes with a lot of different, you have to cook for yourself because we are not in
Yes.
the India like mother will cook you, father will cook you. So
Yeah.
it's like you go up to one from one phase to other phase, then it's not like life will be so dreamy. I used to think like that, okay, I will be in Europe and it will be so nice
Yes.
and everything. But every phase you go up, there will be new challenges. But that's the beauty of this, I guess. I love this feeling of like learning new and getting like, failing and again getting success and again.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yes.
don't think it's like the very dreamy, and that is the myth. People come to me and like, oh my god, you I
Mm.
see your story, I see you are here and there, but it takes a lot of courage to come and take your backpack and
Yes.
go all the way to different things. And
Yes.
secondly, I'm not saying, I'm not discouraging it. It's also very nice. It comes with a lot of opportunities, but it has some other downsides. And secondly, is like people also believe that you have to have like really high profile or only some people who has like a really brilliant profile, they only get selected.
Mhm.
No, I wouldn't suggest. If you are there and thinking, okay, I don't think, because I used to think like that. I used to tell my friend, okay, I don't think my profile is that good. They will select me for this prestigious scholarship.
Mm.
Then I
Yeah.
just like believed on myself and applied, and I got it. So don't be discouraged by anyone. Like anyone tell you like, okay, you can't do it. Just try it. I guess. Yeah. These are the like two myths. I
Okay.
guess.
Wow. I mean, it was really nice hearing from you. So, with that, we come to the end of the podcast. Shraddha, it was really nice of you to come to the podcast and enlighten with your experiences. So, I'm sure that the audience would have loved this podcast and would have learned a lot from your experience. So, with this, we come to the end of this podcast, and stay tuned with us. We will be with you again with another student with another story from which you can learn and grow. Thank you so much and have a good day.
Thank you so much.